appointment with God, and we were sitting here, and I asked him to do something very, 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 very big. And every single time I do this, I look up in the sky, and I get pictures of clouds. I saw a couple faces up there, but then after that, literally, God made a promise. A helicopter flew by to the left. To the left. But what I got with that was, the left side is the God side. So that was the ceiling of a promise. See? We at the top and only heaven's right above us. Sweet. Say. So with that energy, what I asked was very clear, very precise. I said, God, I am asking you to show your hand. I said, God, your chosen people need to see you, right? And I also said, it's more so for y'all chosen ones who have been praying, because I'm feeling the collective that's praying for God to do his big one. And you see, it's people like us that have these connections, and we ask and we get the answer. Something big is about to be displayed for the world to see. I made it very, very clear how I wanted this to be shown. And God made a promise. And I know with God's promises, he ain't never lied. I asked that what he did was something no one would be able to foresee. Chosen ones, I prayed on y'all's behalf that you are able to see, and so too are others able to see, what happens when people choose the choices that they choose. And I put it in the way of this. I said, God, I am asking you, okay, to strike down. Those are my exact words. No matter how high, I said, God, strike down the enemies of you. And I said, God, your chosen children need to see your glory. And I said, they're waiting. And I said also, protect me and mine and all that I love as I do this work. I also said, heavy is the head and mighty is the battle, but who better than I? I said, I need you, okay, to strike down the enemies of your chosen. And I need it to be seen, I need it to be known, and I need the chosen to know that it's you moving. I said, I don't ask this on my accord because I see you moving every day. But there are people that need to see you move. As you hear this, looks like a procession. 2 fire trucks, an ambulance, and everything coming down the street. So, it's crazy. It literally feels like every single time I go live, there's a signal that is set off. I be sitting here like, can these motherfuckers really have an emergency every time I go live? That's a whole lot of emergencies. Oh, say, I don't be coming on here to play with y'all. I come on here to give you something. So, there we go. Thank you, Archangel Michael. A1. First fire truck was lettered A. The second one is ladder 1. A1. See? Yeah, that's not coincidence either. But anyways, that was the prayer that I prayed. So, y'all, I don't know what this means, but I know that I had to give this message and tell you how my prayers be praying. So get ready. Because God sealed that. Again, that's another covenant, as I would call it, that is sealed. Chosen one, somebody got to do this work, and somebody got to glorify God's name. That's the thing. And somebody got to step up to the plate. Somebody got to make these hard decisions to ask God for these big favors, right? And it takes someone with enormous faith to know that he will do what he said. So again, there's some things that need addressing that I'm not going to keep addressing. I'm going to let God do his work. And I'm going to allow every chosen one to see through me. Because I know y'all got eyes to see what God is doing. In so much as you will see, so too will the enemies. They're not your enemies, they're God's. And this is why you must make your prayers intentional. Okay? You must think of a higher thing than you. You're chosen, not by your enemies. They're not yours. God put you in these positions because he knows that you have faith and you will lean on him, not your enemies. Not the small people around you that have fake faith, that really have no hope, that aren't true lights. So with that being said, my prayer was what I prayed. And as y'all know, like I know, call that an evil laugh if you want to. You know God don't lie to me. So I ain't worried about it. He ain't never lied to me once. Not about a person, a situation, a time that something was going to happen or what was going to go down. I have mastered this prayer warrior energy. It just be a conversation that I be having with God. Oftentimes I don't realize my conversation be prayers, but I just talk to God. And I surround myself with him in that moment. No matter what I'm doing, I will stop. If it's me smoking a cigarette, literally, that's how most of this shit come. I smoke a cigarette, I'm looking up at the sky, and I start to see, the clouds moving away. I start to see the sun coming through. I start to see birds flying around. And then I start to see things like helicopters. And then I see on the ground, ambulance, fire trucks, all of this after a prayer. See? Well, I wasn't singing Ring the Alarm, but to the left. Yeah, so, yeah, I guess chosen ones, we are about to see some things that this world has never experienced, man, to be able to bring upon it. And that's a beautiful experience. People be like, oh, she's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, for God. You would be too. If you could just ask him to do something and you saw that he did it, you would be all into. Chosen ones, keep praying. Keep praying. And let whatever you're about to see show you that God is real. And that people only wish they could fathom how why does God love you so much? Why do you speak and God moves? Because it's you. That's what he's here to do. Because that's what you do. God speaks and you move, right? So why would you not speak and why would God not move? Keep praying. Pray with an open heart. Pray with a faithful heart. And pray with intention. Okay? And then after that, you'll get out of praying and you'll just get to talking with conviction. Say, there's a difference. You don't demand. Say, here we go. There's another one. It's about to be catastrophic for some people. Say, as I'm looking down the street, I'm seeing cars thinking that there ain't snow all over the ground, slipping and sliding, as this motherfucker's about to slide into an ambulance. Say, catastrophe. Wasn't I talking about car accidents and some more shit? Say, it's fucking crazy. The ambulance is coming. Why the fuck are you trying to speed past the ambulance in the street covered in snow? Now you behind the ambulance. Say, slow down and back up. Sorry. Fucking helicopters going off, fucking ambulance, fire trucks. What the fuck is going on in the world? Say, there's a helicopter again. Say, come on now. Don't get no redder than this. Thank you. And the bird just flew to my left. Yeah, everything is going to the left. Again, the left is the God side. Say, that's God moving, chosen ones. And now I'm looking out the window, a lady walking to the left. There's something here with, the left. God side. So, all of a sudden, all these helicopters, I don't know why, what's going on in the world. Anyways, but yeah, that's what I got. So I just want to let you know what I've been doing over there. I just be praying. I just be praying that all these motherfuckers fall, for real. And I can't wait to see what we're about to see. Yeah, it's going to be pretty big. Eyes have never seen and ears have never heard the prayers of our hearts and what they can fucking do, move, and shake out here. We are the true towers. We hold the true power. It's within us. And a motherfucker never know when we're gonna expel outside of us what is in us that has been growing and growing and growing. That's God. God expands upon everything. From the little, it will get bigger. So, for those of you guys who need to understand what I just said in totality, your small purpose, right? Your small mission. You see how big it actually is? Each one, teach one. Yeah. And as that flame keeps being passed, and y'all keep picking up that wand and keep holding up that sword and keep knowing who you are, just know, God see you. Some of y'all about to get some major blessings right now, too. So just hold on and just wait. See? God blesses those who bless themselves. And ain't nobody been blessing us. We know that. So everything that you guys are accumulating, you must know where that comes from. Ain't nobody giving you no handout without a fucking string attached. Ain't nobody out here loving on us for real without getting something. You know, we know how this shit is. So again, like I said, we don't expect nothing from man. What we expect from man is what we get. Shit. Pretty much. You see? And that's okay. Because what a mighty God we serve. And this mighty God that we serve, he about to start dishing out what these motherfuckers need to be eating. They've been eating for too long. These is gluttons. They've been getting fat. They've been getting fat off the backs of chosen ones, of innocent people, bystanders. Yeah, God is sick of it. So I think, when we make our intentions clear for how we want God to work, I think he actually has something to work on. I'm starting to learn, like, you have to ask. You really have to ask God, and you have to believe what you're asking for. There are certain things I have asked God for that I would never ask man for, because what the fuck can man do in that situation? Look what the fuck man is doing in our situations. Nothing. Trying to make us believe that we are not who we are, like we are not seeing what we're seeing, like we aren't what the fuck God said we was. That's what man does. And that's why we just gotta hold tight and know what's real. Hold on. Hello. Well, and another thing, my niece came over yesterday, completely snowed in, right? Y'all know I got 3 kids. Like, hello, if I gotta go somewhere, what the fuck is this, But anyways, there's Uber and stuff. But again, hi. Not really. I don't trust that shit no more. But, like, a walkway to, like, the street wasn't even, like, shoveled. And my niece comes over. And this morning she gets up and I look outside. She's downstairs. Okay, she don't live here. And she's like shoveling the porch off. She shoveled from the house to the street. She's like, Auntie, later I'll go down and shovel around the car. I'm like, no, don't even do it. They'll come by and they'll get the plow for it. But just stuff like that, clearing the path. She didn't have to do that. She don't live there. I didn't ask her to. She could have just acted like, it's like everybody else is acting like. I don't live in a building by myself, but, some things are just beside me. Like, how the fuck can you not shovel out a bitch's house? They got 3 kids, one being a damn baby. Like, what the fuck is going on? So, I'm not about to be out there doing it. That's who the fuck is gonna watch the kids. The fuck is this? I'm gonna have them stand outside in the cold in the fucking blizzard? Like, what the fuck is this? So anyway, so shit like that. The path being made, saying horn. Yep, thank you for that beat. The path being made clear. Things, like the walkways, whatever this is, pathways. God making the crooked ways straight. Like, there's an undertone that's happening, but you must tap into what is happening. A lot of people want to act like they don't see what's going on. A lot of people want to act like, and act like this and think that and, conspiracy theory, this and that. No. Chosen ones, we don't believe in conspiracy theories. We believe in God theory. So if God theory is conspiracy, let it be so. And let us be the ones that fucking master this reality as we are anyways. That's what we came here to do. And not to be, evil like these motherfuckers who think they mastered the world and everybody in it. No, not like that. We're coming here to master it, to bring balance to it, to restore its true essence. And while it will never go back to how it was, it will definitely get better. And so when I said that intention where God, I asked him to strike down every enemy of his that is coming for his chosen children and allow them to see his hand. He said, as you see my hand, so too will they. And he said, that's a promise. As soon as he said, that's a promise, I said, okay, let me look up. And I saw everything that I just told you I saw. And you heard the siren. So God's moving, chosen ones, and get ready to see what probably people will still try to say is not God. All these fucking supposed lovers of God and church goers every Sunday, all these holy vows and these and this and that. These motherfuckers have no faith. They don't believe in nothing. They believe in man. They believe in that pastor or that preacher and that pulpit. That's what they believe in. And the ones that be stealing from the community and not putting shit back into it. They believe in those men and women. They believe in the warlocks and the witches that speak in church. That's what they believe. And they still, to this day, worship these people that we clearly see are not of God. So let people judge you, chosen ones. Even the pastors and the preachers are judging us. We know that. They tapped into our channels too, and they take little blurbs and they go back to their church on Sunday and they talk about some shit that we done said. We know this, and we don't even be in their fucking churches. But our essence is being sprinkled everywhere. So, regardless, I said that to say God knows what we don't. I don't know what the fuck people are saying in their church buildings. I ain't know. Church is wherever the fuck I am. And where two or more are gathered. Who is there? Okay, so we are at church. Every time a bitch go lie. Say? Literally. And if people want to doubt it, let them doubt it. I don't give no fucks. I know that I came here to be an example of God's glory. And not for it to shine all over me, but for him to be able to shine his glory for y'all to see through me. Which means I won't stop talking. Which means what I say God is going to do, he's going to make sure he does. That's my role. That's my job. And it's not my job to force anyone to see how God works through me for his glory. But I see it every day. I saw it when God told me, in a week, my child, you're going to find out that you're pregnant. A week later, I found out. When you find out that you're pregnant, you're going to find out what you're having. I know what I'm having. See? Our biggest gifts that God gives us are in the quiet, are in the stillness. And we don't even be asking. It's crazy how God sets things up in a way where we just got to go with him. God knows the desires of our hearts. And that's why I say, even if it was damn near utterly impossible for a thing to manifest, God can move time around. He will do it for you. So he can say, this only happened because of me, and you will know that too. You ever been in a situation where something was literally impossible? Like time or something happened and it was like past the time for some. Oh yeah, God will move that clock back so you meet that deadline type energy. Or if it's something that you have to pass in or hand in late, and you're like, oh my God, God's going to make sure that gets passed in even late. And it's still going to be just as good as if it was early or on time. Another thing, whatever may be being blocked for you, okay, it's not going to be. Not much longer. Because, example of this that I had the other day, I was talking to somebody on the phone, and there was like something, they're like, well, we're going to have to do this based off of that. It's policy. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense, because how the fuck is that policy? And it don't make sense. Where is this policy? Please show me. And I said, let me speak to your supervisor. I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time for you. She goes, hold on, ma'am. Okay, what does she do? She comes back. Yeah, I just spoke with my supervisor who said it's okay. You don't have to worry about that. Things changed recently. They updated something, and that was a part of it in the past previously, but it doesn't apply to you right now. I'm like, oh, say. So, like I said, this goes with everything. Whatever you feel like you're due or entitled to something, and motherfuckers want to block it or try to do some weird. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's why you just have to keep the faith. Hope, I'm not worried about hope so much. Faith is where it's at. Because we can't be hoping our lives away. We can't be doing that. Motherfuckers been doing it forever, and look at the state of affairs in this world. Oh, I hope for this, and one day I just hope that this, and one day, maybe next lifetime, I hope that this. What the fuck is wrong with people? We need more than hope out here in these streets, and we need more than a little bit of it. So, chosen ones, if I am here to relight your flame when it goes out, or if I am here to, make you remember what God's promises are to you, I'm going to do that every time I come on here. Because I understand how the world can make us get weary. And I understand how the world can present everything but the grace of God. And I understand how the world can show us chosen ones that we ain't shit when actually we are all of the shit. I understand. It's a complete conundrum, hypocrisy out here in these streets. Motherfuckers that want y'all to worship them and look up to them and idolize them, you better not ever. You better not ever. Never, never allow your power to be given to someone that you don't have it. And a lot of you guys, these people are becoming very sick. This is where I'm going to end it. I don't know what type of things y'all have set up in your energy. But like I said, they want to be master witches and shit. I don't know, taught by another fucking person. Where do you get your knowledge from, God? These motherfuckers get their knowledge from people who claim to be God but are the devil's friends. Yeah. These covens, these cults. Hello. They're not of God. The fuck? And this goes, oh man, God, do I gotta go here? Religion. Yeah. That word. They hate us talking about it. I wonder why the religious people have, protections. That's funny when I think about it. Religion, there's discrimination and stuff like that. How come they don't got that for spirituality? Why is it so wrong to speak truth about religion? Because what did I say the other day? Religion was built by man for man. That's what it was built for. So, of course, the man always gets protection. You see? Take that how it applies. It is what it is. But a lot of these people that you be seeing in your churches, these motherfuckers is masons and orders and societies. And that's just what it is. They have to go through certain channels to get what they want. Yeah, I don't know if this is just Catholicism or if this is in every religion, but what I have found is that these people, man, that be sitting in front of these people, they be the dirtiest of the dirty. And they do things. They do things that we don't have to do. How do we know this? Because God told us. What the fuck do you mean? What the fuck is wrong with these people? God told us what these motherfuckers do, and that's why he said not to follow them. That's clearly why he told us to move away from that. Because that's not what we're about. And that was our confliction in the beginning. The religious folk looking at us like we're crazy or blasphemous and blasphemers. But these motherfuckers is organizations pledging to fucking masters when God said there's only one. So who's really real and who's really not? Who's really spreading gospel and who's really spreading blasphemy? I ain't never had to go and kneel before nothing. I'll tell you that. So with that being said, all these up and down motherfuckers sitting before masters that are not of God. Well, those motherfuckers too. There's a raid coming somewhere where these people be up and down, nailing and bowing to shit. I guess it's gonna be right during their nailing and bowing, whatever the fuck they do. I'm just seeing a whole fucking glimpse of a snapshot of what these motherfuckers be doing in these rooms, on these floors, with these statues and with these men. So I don't want to see that. So, anyways, whoa. Wow. Okay. Well, that was a lot. Sorry, but somebody needs to hear it. Somebody knows this already. I know this already. Let a motherfucker tell me something. And you gotta go you have to go through a secret order to become a priest. Like, what the fuck? We ain't doing that shit. Confirmation. We ain't doing that shit. We ain't going and telling motherfuckers anything about anything to get anywhere if it has to do with God. So let these people keep trying to play you like you stupid. Just know that I know that you ain't, and we are not. And you're right for the strong beliefs and morals that you hold and have. Make sure you keep them. Because you see, these motherfuckers ain't got no loyalty to nothing but another man. Ugh. All these men with so much loyalty to men. What type of world are we really living in? Where you gonna get down in front? Okay, now I gotta get up out of here. I gotta get the fuck out of here. And we crazy, right? Yeah, alright. That's why they hate me. Because I ain't never been in one of these places. But I can see these faces in these places. With all the costumes and all the things and all the nastiness that goes on. So, yeah, there's definitely gonna be some raids here. And it's going to be some people that you would never expect to be in these buildings doing these things with these people that they call their masters. Oh, Lord, up in the sky. Well, God is going to rain down. So he's going to rain down his authority. He's going to rain down his truth. And he will rain down his approval of this message that I just gave you as you hear all these sounds in the world around you. Motherfuckers getting stuck in the snow. See? Why would you be doing that? What are you beeping for? He can't go nowhere. He's stuck in the snow. Why don't you get out and get a shovel? What the fuck is wrong with you? I can't stand people. I really do not like people. I'll deal with them because you have to, because they're everywhere, but people are fucking ridiculous. People are just, draining and tiresome and annoying. And that's why I cling to God. Because every single time I get close to a person, they drain the fucking life force out of me, and I gotta go right back to God anyway, and God be like, see? That's why I isolated you, my child. It's not about that. Everybody doesn't need to know what they don't need to know. So it's not equally deserving in the way people think, but I hear what you're saying, but no. What you know is what you know because you're meant to know it. Knowledge in the right hands is powerful, but in the wrong hands is detrimental. So look at these motherfuckers in power. They knew way more than they were supposed to, but they were told it from some dark ass motherfuckers that knew that they would misuse and abuse what they were being taught. So I hear what you're saying, but on a deeper level, no, everybody is not privy to know everything, and that's not how the world works. But people don't think I'll Truett the poet. No, they don't. And then when they do, they think the worst of the dumbest shit. Like if motherfuckers could use their brains the right way, we would have a fucking strong, mighty nation. But we got motherfuckers want to use their brain for dumb fuck shit all the time. How can I get over? How can I steal? How can I figure out how to do this? How can I mess this up? Bitches wake up like this every day. So I just wish they would stop thinking, just go with the flow. But maybe if they went with the flow, their lives would be better. People are just fucking weird. That's why I say I can't stand people. I got a very select group of people that, I fuck with. And the rest of them, I just, it's draining. Like, people are people. That's it. What are you going to do? There's ego there. There's pride there. There's, and what makes us not like these people is we've had ego deaths. We don't live through pride, we've changed. We see the sun. Here comes the sun, little darling. We don't live like these people. So, and maybe there's such a clear contrast because, I never lived like none of these fucking weirdos. But, pride and ego, that's something we've all experienced, and we, as chosen ones, we can't live that way. Because, like I said, pride comes before the fall. Yeah, tell God your plans and watch him laugh in your face and fuck your life up for you. See, chosen ones, that pride and ego shit don't work. Because even we get humbled, but man can't humble us. It's God that does that. Those who move according to man's word, man can humble you any day. That's their job. See? But we live by a higher force. We live by a higher power that says, my law is law. As long as you live by my law, you are protected by it. These people don't understand that. And they won't. So that's what makes us a little bit different. Yeah, we people, but we not really people. I don't know. We are so much more than people. We are not human beings. No, we are beings. We are human because we're people, but we're not human beings. We're divine beings. Some of y'all primordial beings. Some of y'all celestial beings. Like, I'm just trying to tell you, everybody ain't the same. So, chosen beings. When you find out what that is, the type of being that you are, it will unlock so much for you. Because no, you're not a regular human being. And while you might be a chosen being, that chosen being is a different type of being too. So the research never ends. You say the learning of yourself. Say, look at all this. The learn ends. Okay, all right, they're here. Oh, wow. Well, are you really hearing? Okay. So that's what I got. So if y'all been praying for God to hurt smite, what the fuck? Oh. Hello, what are you beeping for? This motherfucker is stuck in the snow. Why are you beeping? He has his hazards on. He can't move. Go around with your big ass truck. These little stupid ass trucks out here. Oh, sorry. You got a big ass truck and you sitting behind a car that's stuck in the snow. So why don't you just move your big ass truck with them big ass tires around that little ass car? No, we'll just sit here and beep at it all night. See? That's people. The motherfucker can't go nowhere. Yes, and all the level UPS effect. Oh, all the level. I was like UPS. See? Oh shit, what's going on with UPS? And all the level ups affect the different areas of your life so hard you have to stay focused and in a high vibrational frequency. The attacks just keep coming. Yeah. Yeah, the attacks are always coming. And they're not always coming from a person. The world is dense. It's density. Everything in this life is meant to make you like everybody else. The frequencies, the radiation, the ways of life, the ways of being, the hierarchical structures, the systems, fucking the courtrooms. It's all very Masonic. Spiritual court. Then we go to actual court. And you got to think about the oaths and you got to think about the wording that is said in those courtrooms. If you really listen to certain things, like plea deals type energy. I don't know what this is about, but that's you pleading. You're pleading, hoping the master or who, you see what I'm like? There's a spiritual connotation to everything. God don't want us to beg. But then we got to go to these courtrooms where a lot of times these motherfuckers know who we are and that shit's rigged anyways. I told you, Masons run everything. So we're not really getting, a fair, I'm not going to say that, but if you know, you know. A lot of us ain't getting fair anything, but we know that too. And that's why we pray. And that's why God, when we go up to that spiritual courtroom and we see these motherfuckers up there, they get their judgment and we see it down here after. It is what it is. You know how many people I have seen that was like going through situations that had power that ended up sick? Like I've seen so many people get sick. I have seen so many people get sick fucking with me. And I haven't done shit. Nothing. Like when I had like that DCF stuff going on, I swear to God, every person that was doing me dirty or thinking they was doing some underhanded shit literally get sick. They just get sick. They'd have to get a new worker. Something else would have to happen. They'd be transferred. Like, I'm just saying, there's certain people, man, your livelihood definitely gets affected. Everybody is not the same. I have seen way more times than a little bit. Things happen, karma happening to people. It's not destined. But it becomes fated when they fuck with us. They don't understand that either. But it's all pretty much in how people need to be careful with us chosen ones. And it just is what it is. And eventually, people will start to understand that their lives will be a lot better. What the fuck you beeping for, dude? Hi, everybody's beeping. Anyways, yeah, people will start to see, or they'll be forced to see, how fucking is detrimental to them and everything they stand for. But these people don't really stand for much. They don't. That's why they don't care. So why should we care? when the things that these people do come back to affect them, we don't care. We say, thank you, God, and we keep it moving. Another one bites the dust because there will be another one that will try the same thing. See? So, children, just keep that in your mind as you're going through these different things. Say, this motherfucker want to beat people and cuss people out. Now stuck in the snow. See? Motherfucker's getting stuck everywhere. Well, that's terrible. See? So, why you just be nice? Go ahead, go spin your car out. Go hit the fucking telephone pole right there on the corner. People are so weird, man. Let me slam on the gas right next to the telephone pole as my car is spinning out of control. If you knock down the telephone pole next to my house, bitch, and I lose my power, I'm gonna be pissed. Okay? Sorry. So that's the message. And have a good one and just, sit. Just relax. Watch God do his big one. Okay? I know y'all been watching. I know you're like, God, that's not it. God, we need this. God, no. Okay, thank you for that. But God, this right here, this will be the thing. This will be the big. Yeah, it's coming. Just hold on. Hold on. And you will see all of your hard work pay off. I see an ancestry that used their divine power to create divine protection over control, and that is of the highest power manifest. I have no idea what you're saying. So, yep. If that's what you say, that's fine. I don't understand all the big words and the all that other stuff. The paragraphs. I'm not here for all that. And that's another thing. You don't have to try to tell me something. Yeah, you don't have to tell me anything. I hate that, honestly, personally, because none of that matters to what I just said. So that's fine. You are entitled to your opinion and your input, but I don't know what it has to do with the message I just gave. So, yeah, God is moving. And that's all you need to focus on. Not the sidetrackers, like I already said, and the ones that want to obstruct the justice that the bitch is trying to give you. So don't get confused, okay? That's why I don't read the comments, because I ain't got time. When I come on, I got a message. I got to speak. I didn't ask for an opinion. Now, when I say, does anybody want to talk? Does anybody have any questions? Does anybody want to ask any questions? That's the time. But if I don't ask that question, it's not the time. So you can do what you feel you're doing, Melissa. But I just did what I said, so. Oh, God. Okay, yeah, we know. It does because it proves world and not just personal gain. But I don't know what you're talking about. I still don't understand what you're trying to say. You trying to tell me something, or you trying to tell the collective something? Which one? Just so I can know. No? Okay. No, anyways. Have a good one, y'all.